Hey, so I just wanted to talk about my feelings on why some divested black women don't trust pro blacks. Because I feel like with the passage of time, it's easy for people to either forget what has occurred or it's easy for them to downplay it and suggest that it's just commentary and critique. You have to understand that even now, there are people now who, if they find a news story where a black woman is the victim of domestic violence and the person who has victimized her is a non-black man, they make a video about it. Even if that black woman is not known to have been anti-black or anti-black male. They'll make a video about it and will chop it up with people in the comment sections who think it's funny to say that they don't care about what has happened to this black woman simply because of who she was partnered with. On the flip side, when it came to Stephon Clark was very anti-black woman. It was all over his Twitter pages. He used to think it was so funny to talk crap about black women and to say that he was with an Asian woman because he perceived that they were more intelligent. And when he died and black women started pointing out some of his past comments, you had pro-black people saying that Stephon Clark still deserves support. He deserved support regardless of who his partner was. But when it comes to black women, we don't get support unless we go home to a black man every night. And that is why a lot of divested black women and a lot of black women in interracial relationships are not comfortable with pro-black people on YouTube. Because if you are not a black woman who sacrifices yourself for the needs of the so-called black community, or you are not a black woman who is in a relationship with a black man, then pro-black people don't care about you. And if something happens to you, they will use that story and mock your death and get views and add dollars off of it. So I understand that everyone is entitled to their feelings and their opinions. If you are a pro-black person, that's your business. You're entitled to that. If you are neutral, that's your business. You're entitled to that. But what you all need to understand is that divested black women who are uncomfortable in certain spaces are also entitled to those feelings. It's not about anger towards black men, and it's not about hatred towards pro-black women. It's an understanding that you're in a space with people who literally have expressed that they care nothing about your life because you're not race loyal, and for black women in interracial relationships because they're not with black men. And I have to question the intentions of people with those feelings who now want to be introduced into spaces with divested black women and black women in interracial relationships. Perhaps their intentions are noble. Perhaps there is no ulterior motive. But if you have studied the way that social movements are neutralized, a lot of times the easiest way to neutralize and co-opt a social movement is to neutralize key figures within those movements. I personally think that's some of what's happening. And I also think that it's possible, right, that because the black women in this space have been very supportive of other divested black women who have created classes and programs and so on and so forth. And it's possible that you have other people who want to tap into that. But when you see people, because it's not just content creators, Sometimes it's people in comment sections. But when you see those people outright saying that they hate swirlers, that they don't understand why swirlers or why people who promote interracial relationships, how they say that they don't understand why those people are invited into certain spaces, but then you see those people coming onto divested black women's channels or coming into the comment sections, people have the right to be wary of that, and they have the right to question it. And I just hope that we all understand that everyone has the right to their feelings. A person is not wrong or evil or horrible for sharing a different opinion. And I am personally wary of pro-blacks because of the way that they feel about black women in relationships with non-black men, and how they have thought it was funny to laugh at those women when they're victimized. I have 2 very close family members who are in interracial relationships. One is married, one is younger, but has a boyfriend that is not black. And I know that if, God forbid, something were to happen to one of those 2 women, and it made national news, and they were victimized by their non-black partners, that a lot of these content creators would be uploading videos thinking it's funny to talk about it. So I think we just have to get out of this space where, we only see things through our experiences. And we have to get out of this space where we assume something negative about a person simply because they share a different opinion. And everyone has the right to be wherever they want to be on YouTube. And other people have the right to feel the way that they feel about it. No one's right, no one's wrong. We just have to get to this place where we can at least understand where people are coming from. And, as a general rule, as black women, we have to understand and consider that sometimes people have ulterior motives. And generally speaking, people don't go from hating something to being okay with it overnight. They usually don't do that unless they perceive that it's something in it for them. All right, I hope you guys are having a good day, and I'll talk to you soon.